The rugged Appalachian Mountains are home to multiple complex animal and plant assemblages, from rich coforest to dry xeric ridges. These dry ridges are some of the last strongholds for a plant community born of fire, the Pine Oak Heath community. The Pine Oak Heath community type stretches from Georgia to New York following the Appalachian Mountains at elevations 2,200 to 3,200 feet. The primary appearance of this community is a collection of stunted and mangled pines with short, poor self-pruning oaks, with a dense shrub understory comprised of mountain laurel and blueberry species. The herbaceous layer, which is isolated to canopy and shrub layer openings, consists of Galax, trailing arbutus, and world coreopsis. The dominant plant species are pitch pine, table mountain pine, and various oak species which express diverse fire-tolerant/resilient characteristics. The pitch pine expresses the ability to sprout new foliage and branches after fire to make the most of increased light levels. The table mountain pine depends on fires to open its large serotinous cones. Oak species overall express fire tolerance through thick bark, seedlings that sprout from cotyledon reserves after old sprouts are destroyed, and specialized storage of nutrients in roots that allow for quick growth following top kill, such displayed by the North Carolina state-listed bare oak. Another notable species with similar adaptations is the American chestnut, which was abundant in the community prior to the introduction of the chestnut blight from Asia. This tree is often found as remnant shrubs that rarely reach the canopy. The shrub and herbaceous layer consists of several endangered species, such as the bare oak, large witch-alder, Heller's blazing star, and smooth sunflower. These and other shrub and herbaceous species express fire resistance and resilience by storing nutrients in the roots and sprouting after being top killed, or producing numerous seeds that establish in the mineral soil exposed by fire. Animal species also utilize these habitats due to the unique services the plant assemblages provide. The most notable service provided is food from the pines, oaks, and blueberry species that support white-tailed deer, cotton-tailed rabbits, songbirds, black bear, gray fox, red fox, skunks, and rodent species. A notable rodent species, the red squirrel, depends primarily on pine nuts and is often confined to pine-dominated communities. Another service provided is shelter/cover. The thick shrub understory provides cover for white-tailed deer, cotton-tailed rabbits, songbirds, and the northern bobwhite, which has experienced population declines due to decreased habitat and pathogens. Cavity nesting birds such as the pileated woodpecker utilize snags of trees that were killed in prior fires. Beyond wildlife value, this community supported several human needs such as chestnut and blueberry production, lumber, turpentine, and rosin. The pitch pine was valuable in the construction of ships due to the resinous wood that is resistant to decomposition. Pine and oak-dominated habitats were abundant prior to and throughout most of European colonization due to the prevalence of fire usage in maintaining landscapes. However, due to the increased human development, severe logging fires, and misunderstood importance of fire in southern ecosystems, the era of national fire suppression began. Without fire, fire-sensitive species such as red maple and rosebay rhododendron encroached on all but the driest and poorest sites. Mesophication, the ecological process by which fire-dependent plant communities are replaced with fire-sensitive species, became prevalent, and pine oak heath communities retreated to the poorest and driest sites. Increased understanding of the ecology of pine oak heath and other pine oak dominated habitats led to the current fire management era, where fires were utilized as a disturbance tool to manage habitats for endangered species and reduce the risk of wildfires. Fire management has proven efficient if a fire intensity and frequency regime mimicking the historical summer, medium to high intensity fires at a fire interval of 4 to 6 years for pine oak heath communities is followed. For sites that have undergone mesophication, high intensity fires will likely result and cause increased tree mortality. Single fires are not enough to reestablish pine oak heath communities because fire-sensitive species will recolonize. Multiple fires, however, provide the disturbance necessary to remove fire-sensitive species while allowing fire-dependent species to reestablish. A current wildfire that burned several locations of Pine Oak Heath communities within South Mountains Range was the Chestnut Knob Fire. The fire began on November 6, 2016, and spread to 6,435 acres by the conclusion on December 5, 2016. The fire burned through various forest types, from co-forest to exotic pine oak heath communities on isolated ridges. The notable ecological impact was the destruction of several remnant white pine-dominated ridges that a paper company planted. Further benefits of the fire to the environment is that many ridges that could support pine oak heath communities that had undergone mesification now have the potential to regenerate in pitch and table mountain pines. The Pine Oak Heath community is a complex community that stretches throughout the Appalachian Mountains and is composed of diverse fire-dependent species. The species present express specialized adaptations to and needs of fire, and this can be clearly seen through trees such as the pitch pine. Due to fire suppression, mesification has occurred on numerous sites, and future fire management should focus on reestablishing the natural fire regime of middle to high intensity summer fires that occur every 4 to 6 years. Without managed fires, wildfires such as the Chestnut Knob Fire are possible, which are threatening to human development. The only way to promote and protect this community is to educate others on the benefits of fire to this community, protect remote areas where fire can be used as a management tool, and increase our understanding of the complex ecological relationship between fire and the Pine Oak Heath community.